Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Happy Monday. Just sitting here at my desk, and today's black fact that I wanted to talk about is something that I got going on right now. I am planning my family's next family reunion, and so I wanted to talk about the black family reunions. I actually did a project on this last semester about the history of black family reunions. One thing that we had learned that after slavery had ended, people were looking for their family, like family that got sold off and stuff like that. They were actually like sending out letters. They were putting advertisement in newspapers, like saying like, hey, you know, this person, their name was this, they got sold to this plantation. If you know them or whatever, or you are them, please you know, find me or I'll find you or whatever. But that's when family reunions started, and they started happening where they would find their family, reunite with them, and sometimes do stuff like where they would have it every year. There was even cases where husbands that got sold away from wives or whatever, and they had moved on to get another husband or another wife, would literally look for that person and find them and you know, reunite and figure out whether they were gonna stay with the current husband or the current wife. It's very interesting. In the book that we were reading, this literally was something that was talked about in our book. But family reunions date back to the end of emancipation, to the start of the Emancipation Proclamation, and they were happening, but they weren't like as big until like the 70s. That's when they really became big, and people started doing their annual thing, having t-shirts and stuff like that. The reason why I wanted to discuss that, because I feel like a family reunion is something that is needed for a sense of community. You know, when you meet and you have your family around you, it's a more I don't know exactly what to say, but it's more of a community around you. Even if y'all don't live in the same city or state or anything, it's just nothing like having your family around you. So getting together, even if it's just that once a year, it's just something special. In my family, we have family reunion now every other year. So the next one will be in 2025. But from as far as I can remember as a baby, we've always had a family reunion. No, it used to be every year, and then of course COVID happened, and so we started doing it like every other year. But I implore you to, if you don't have family reunions and stuff, maybe try to start that tradition in your family and get family together, because it's very important to know who you are, where you came from, and everything. But hopefully this little fact, a little piece of history, is something that inspires you to, maybe even if you don't have a family reunion, start it, or if you do have one and you don't go, maybe to go and just to learn your family and learn you know, your history. I want to at some point do that, like 23andMe, where, because my family, we have looked up our history and dated it back all the way to slavery. But that's one side of my family. That's my mom's side of the family. My dad's side of the family, I don't too much know like back farther than like my grandma and then her mother, and that was it. And you know, the people around in that area, I don't know farther than that. And then my dad's dad, he barely even knew his own dad, so I don't even know that. It would be amazing for me to try to figure that piece out, but we'll see. Or even figure out, hey, what part of Africa did my bloodline come from? Because that's what 23andMe does. I think that's what it does. It gives you like a it tells you like you're this much this and you're this much that, and from this part of this country and that part of that country. So hopefully someday soon I can get that going. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this tidbit of history. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, bye y'all.